Our DNA sequence looks like a bunch of letters, A, T, G, and C, strung together. Whole genome sequencing technology enables scientists to visualize the exact order in which these letters are arranged in an individual. This is done with the help of blood or a saliva sample, which is analyzed in a laboratory. The machine used in whole genome sequencing reads the letters in the DNA sample like a code and compares it to a reference code. The researchers then try to identify the differences between the sample and reference. These variants are associated with physical traits like eye color and height. Some can be used to trace your ancestry as well. Health information can also be obtained by analyzing these variants. They provide the likelihood of developing conditions like diabetes and Alzheimer's. Information from whole genome sequencing provides insights into how you may respond to certain medications, whether it'll work for you, whether or not you may experience any undesired side effects. It can also reveal whether you carry any genetic diseases. A carrier has an error only in one copy of the gene. If a carrier marries another carrier of the same mutation, the resulting children can be at an increased risk for the particular genetic condition. There are also tens of thousands of other variants that contribute to your unique self. Scientists, however, are unsure about the role these variants play in health and disease. Such variants are called variants of unknown significance. It is important to go over the pros and cons of whole genome sequencing before signing up for it. The test may identify some variants that have significance to your health. This allows you to take the right preventive or management measures. You also get the option of letting researchers use your data for studies that may have a big impact on human health. However, there are also unforeseeable emotional and social consequences of these tests. The test may indicate a mutation that confirms the diagnosis of some conditions that have no cure. For conditions like Alzheimer's, you may be identified as having a high risk but not know for sure whether you actually have or will get the condition. Since these genetic mutations are passed across the family, the identified mutations may also impact other members of the family. Now, let's take a look at some of the limitations of whole genome sequencing. The human genome sequencing was completed only in 2003, and the science behind it is still at its nascent stage. The interpretation of the data may not always provide the answers you are looking for. There's still so much chunk of the DNA sequence whose association to human health is undiscovered. To wrap it up, getting your genome sequenced is a complex and personal one but is also entirely voluntary. It is done only after written consent. There are privacy policies in place that keep your results entirely confidential, and you can choose with whom your results can be shared.